And welcome back. Okie dokie, so here we have the legendary witch contract, a cavert with the Coven. The Coven is a cesspit of dark magic and corruption. Burn them all, and quickly, lest they claim your soul. Alright, let's see what we have here. I will read this flavor text. You enter the keep of Sickelwald of Holzschlag and are ushered down corridors and into a darkened bedroom lit by candles. The whole room appears to be arranged as some kind of lover's nest, centered around a huge canopied bed, the largest you have ever seen. The side tables are arrayed with wine bottles and the floor sprinkled with rose petals. You begin to imagine what must have happened in this space, but your thoughts are cut off by a gruff voice from a large man in rich robes. Disgusting, isn't it? A den of debauchery and heresy, in my own house, performed by my own blood, no less. I tried to raise my kin right, gave them all the opportunity in the world. How do they repay me? With hedonous acts that tarnish our good name. Can you believe the youth of today? You shift in place, thinking of the best way to reply, but he continues. It's a disgrace. The sex and alcohol is not the worst of it, though. The boy has terrible taste in prostitutes and fell in with witches. Now they are saying he agreed to give up the town in exchange for some debaucherous act with the leader of the Coven. Well, I am not giving up the town my ancestors built up from dirt. You are to accompany him out to meet the leader and negotiate a new deal. Alright, let's see how much he's willing to pay for this service. Okay, 35,000, that's quite a bit. We'll just take the contract. No need to negotiate a higher pay. Alright, so is this... Oh, yeah, it's just a regular... Or the mechanic is the same as with the other witch contracts, which is we just stay around Holzschlag and protect Sickelwald, the playboy. And I've already decided on the lineup. This is what we are going with. We have Gajon with the tank, with Taunt. We also have Pierre for tanking duties. Otherwise, people have mostly Resilient to counteract the charms. And I am bringing Borghild as well, who doesn't have Resilient, but I did give her the Undead Trophy. I am also bringing Pamin, who might get charmed here, despite having the Favored Enemy perk, which does give him some resolve bonus against the hexes. But it won't be a big deal if he does get charmed. So let's set up camp here. We don't need a healer. Let's see, are we repairing anything? No, we are not. Okay. So let's see how tough this will be. Okay, I would imagine that this is actually the same flavor text we get for the regular witch contracts, but let's read it anyway. Enhard whistles and yells out. We've company. Nice, beautiful company. A licentious-looking woman is approaching the band. She sashays over the ground with ease, one finger playing with her ear, the other pinching a stone hanging over her bulging bosom. You clap the soulsword on the shoulder. That's no ordinary lady. Just as the words leave your lips, the woman's ample and youthful features shrivel into a patterned grey, and her luxurious hair withers from her pate, and what you're left with is a hag, grinning with nothing but evil intentions. To arms! Keep Magnerix safe. Okie dokie. So we get only one hex. That's strange. We get a few white direwolves and a few redback spiders. Only 6 enemies, so I think this should be rather easy, but we shall see. We have already killed plenty of redback spiders and white direwolves, so not at all afraid of them. Okay, here's the Coven leader. Let's just get in there and wait with people so that the charm, the possible charm, is wasted. We will get hit by the redbacks or the white direwolves here as we do this, but it's not going to be a big deal at all. Let's lower the combat speed here. 1.5 should be fine. Okay, so it does seem like this contract is pretty easy for the stage that we are in the game, which is slightly disappointing, but here we are. I mean, white direwolves and redback spiders are formidable opponents, but at this point they shouldn't pose too much of a threat to us. Right, Asa gets hexed. And since we have unlocked the Coven contract, we don't necessarily need to get the kill on Pamin. So we can just get the kill on whomever. Okay, let's just move with Halver instead of inspiring someone straight away. Right, we might try to launch at the Coven leader with Sami. That would require either stunning the white direwolf or just disrespecting it. Also, yeah, I should have known this by now, but the hex isn't affected by resilient. So yeah, that confirms it. Charm is, but hex isn't. Okay, use a net there. Maybe I should have done something with Sami there. There's a slight chance that he gets charmed with action points remaining. It's not going to make a huge difference either way. And also he does have way over 100 resolve. Okay, what is Sir Hilda's resolve? 83. Okay, I will wait for the enemies to act before I use the nets again, so that they don't immediately break them. Or I could just go in for a stun on this redback. Let's actually do that. Could have also freed Asa there, might have been a good choice. Right, I'll just get Hubert in there. Also go for a stun on this redback, but that would be next round anyway. Can't get to it just yet. Right. Let's just free Asa there. Alright, I think we'll just go for a stun on this redback. Land a 75. Good, good, good. And Hubert resisted the charm. There is no hex anymore, so we will probably be able to kill the Coven leader next round. And actually, let's wait for... Well, we don't need to wait for nets on this one. Just deal some damage there. Right. Okie dokie. Only 22 to hit there because of the overwhelms. Now, do I want to disrespect the direwolf? I think so. 23. Successful. So the Coven leader should be toast at the start of next round. And to further facilitate that goal, let's inspire Hubert here. Well, there she goes. So I think this contract is too easy for this stage of the game that we are in. And since it does take quite a bit of grinding for hexes, I think it should be made tougher. Also, there's no reason to wait anymore since the hex is dead. Don't know why I did. Okay, Hubert should be able to stun this redback, which means no taunt is probably necessary. Okay, use some nets again. And there we go. Guess I could even move here if I wanted to, but don't think Fulk and Pierre need help just yet. Probably at least. So let's just stay here for now. Stagger this one. Alright, 4 enemies left. Maybe Asa doesn't actually have enough fatigue to make use of that Inspire. If so, then oh well. But, okay, good. She did have enough fatigue. Right, let's get this kill here. I was expecting something more out of a contract that is worth so much money, but here we are. Alright, second wind isn't activated yet. Not that we even care. Doesn't really matter. Let's taunt it just in case, even though we don't really even need to. Could have also stunned it again, but no need. Alright, just one white direwolf left, and there it goes. Okie dokie. Pretty easy. I think they should improve this. Add some more hexes, maybe even add some more beasts in general. Then again, we have kind of outscaled most of the game, if not all of the game by now, so I don't know. Also, did the contract break? I don't think we got the end screen for the contract. And it's gone here. Maybe I'm just confused. Okay, well, I don't know what happened. Maybe I just clicked off on it immediately, or maybe it bugged out. Well, whatever. So now we've done every single legendary contract apart from Nachos and Alps, so we still need to grind those. Let's check the recruits here, even though it is extremely unlikely that we would find anyone worth firing someone. Alright, so since we are looking for Nachos and Alps, let's head south, I guess. I think I will ignore most random parties, enemy parties wandering around the world. So we see 18 brigands here. There is a champion among them. There's no challenge in this fight. And at this point, we don't need famed gear. We don't need XP really. Apart from maybe giving Borghild the Alp perk, but we can just give that perk to Sami instead. So I think we'll actually ignore these groups, these easy groups wandering around. Even though it would probably take only like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes for the fight. Even so, this run has gone on long enough. It's time to complete it. Okay, we don't have anything here that would lead us towards our goals. I will actually ignore the recruits as well. Would be good to find like a wandering group of skin ghouls somewhere. Because regular nachos are worth so little towards the legendary contract. Guess we head towards Airlock. So Alps will be kind of easier to grind because we'll always get Alps as long as we find the Alp contract. Haven't found it here. We could take the Hunting Beasts contract. Just hope that it's Nachos. Let's see. So Asker has the Nacho perk and is at 11%. It's going to take quite a few Nacho kills to get there. But if we were to find Skin Ghouls instead, then that would only take 8 Skin Ghoul kills. Which is quite a few actually for Skin Ghouls as well. The thing is, I don't think the Skin Ghoul contract or the Demon Alp contract, well, maybe the Demon Alp contract, but as we just saw with the Hex Coven contract, it's kind of unlikely that either of those will provide any challenge for us, which is a bit sad. But I guess since I kind of do want to be a completionist, we will keep looking for them. Let's head to Brookstad here. See if there's a contract there. Or if we run into Nachos by any chance. Nachos or skin ghouls. We could also just head out into the wilderness and see if we get lucky. We found one group of skin ghouls during this whole run. That was way in the west. We might do that. Okay, no contract here. Alright, so I think we'll head west. See if we get lucky. If we find like a huge group of orcs wandering around, we will fight them. As long as it's slightly challenging at least. We do have the ambition as well for the greenskin invasion. Also, we will need to hunt for some food. Probably semi-soon. But yeah, let's see if we find anything of note in the wilderness. If we find like stallworms or something, I will fight them. I think every group of stallworms that we've seen has been 2 as well. Or 1 with the lindworm. So I don't know if that's like hard capped to be only 2. We do see some beast tracks over here. Also, we've done the contract for stallworms twice. And both of those groups were 2 stallworms as well. Okay, that's just webnects, I'll leave them be. No challenge. Food is starting to run out. And there doesn't seem to be anything here, but let's keep on looking. Okay, we'll need to stop very soon. Okay, let's set up camp here and hunt for some food. Also, yeah, we've completed training on everyone, so let's assign Barent to hunting as well. I did talk about this during the Crusader run as well, but the end game for Battle Brothers, even with Legends, does get kind of boring. The game just stops scaling at some point and there's no challenge to be found anymore. Which is a bit of a shame, even though I do like the design decision that you can outscale your enemies. Here we see one stallworm wandering about. We might kill it if we run into it again. But let's head north, I think. Actually, we need to go buy some food. In theory, we can hunt for food, but it's going to take quite a while. So I guess we'll head back towards Brookstad here. And it seems that the stallworm is going the same way, so let's kill it. Let's wait for the planes. Right. I will let Pierre sit this one out. Let's bring Herman instead. Otherwise the lineup should be fine. Maybe we let Pamin sit out as well. Nah, let's let Pamin come, but let's let him sit in the back line. Also, Serhilda doesn't need to come for this. But let's give her her nets back. Like so. Kraka can come instead. Alright, one stallworm. Let's annihilate it. Take the high ground there. Let's just wait for it. Give it a free shot here. So there is the slight chance that Halvar gets hit here. I guess I'll just take my chances with that. Let's see what happens. Nope. Alright. Let's just start pummeling it. And also, yeah, I don't know what's up with this weapon. It says it would apply daze on hits, but that doesn't always seem to be the case. Like here. Not sure why, but here we are. Right, I will inspire Jon here. Okay, sneaky move there. The tail part had waited. Well, so Asker gets hit, but otherwise nothing comes out of that. Can't quite get close enough to taunt the head there. Which does mean I probably want to move Pamin away from the danger zone. Well, I can rotate someone, I guess. Alright, let's do that. Rotate Sami out of there and taunt the head. Okay, so if Parent gets hit here, is that bad? Not necessarily, but let's avoid it anyway, so let's move there. Well, didn't need to avoid anything. There we go. Get 2 runes out of that. Which is slightly overkill for such an easy fight. But I'll take it. And let's see. So Sami already had his perk point there, so no one leveled. Right, let's keep moving. Back to Brookstad to buy some food. Okay, we see an easy orc camp. We will just ignore it. If anyone knows any mod that increases the late game scaling for the game, let me know. I know that the SSU Sellswords updated mod makes the game quite a bit harder, which I might use for the next run that I will do at some point. Okay, so here's a group of goblins. It's there is the slight potential that someone would die here, so I guess we'll take it. We'll take the fight, that is. Let's see, how is our armor situation? I guess we could let Asker sit out and bring in Firi instead. Let's also let Pamin sit out and bring in Frirak. Like so. And that should be fine. Let's kill these fools. I will also increase the combat speed back to the maximum. 32 goblins. Don't usually enjoy fighting goblins. But yeah, like I was saying, the endgame scaling of Legends seems to be, or it seems to like stop at some point, basically. That's my experience with it, at least. And if we don't have any challenge left in the game, then there's no real point in keeping the run going. I will do so for this specific run, because we still have some goals left to complete. But it is starting to get a bit stale. Now, watch me jinx this fight as I keep saying such things. Let's see if the goblins can capitalize on that jinxing or not. But yeah, I think I will use the SSU mod for the next run, probably. Because I think that makes the game significantly more difficult. I did try it out a little bit, like a month or two ago. Don't like every single design decision that mod has, but overall I did like it. What little I saw of it, at least. The strange part, well, I don't know if it's strange, but it seems that distance scaling also doesn't really do that all that much in the late game specifically. Or it's very rare to actually see those huge groups of, let's say, like 50 plus orcs or something like that. So it's day 600 plus and we're seeing groups of orcs that are like 20 to 35 strong usually. And those don't really pose any threat. I would still like to be challenged in the late game, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, of course, vanilla Battle Brothers isn't designed around very late game. I think as you defeat the first crisis or something, the event text actually does specifically state that the game is mostly balanced for up to the first crisis or whatever. And this run has been extremely long. So maybe my complaining or whatever you'd call it isn't really warranted or whatever, but here we are. I can, of course, just add some more handicaps for myself for the next run. But if I do SSU, then maybe that's not a good idea when I'm not all that familiar with that sub-mod for Legends. I mean, I'm not the greatest player of this game by any means, but once you get to this stage of the game is when, well, I've already said it a few times, but yeah. So the early game is usually the most difficult, and then the mid game, depending on the fights you choose, it starts to get mostly, well, gradually easier. But there's still quite a bit of challenge in the mid game, but once you reach this stage of the game, it's extremely rare to actually get into a tough spot. And it does seem like this fight is no challenge at all. Not that I really expected all that much. And also, yeah, if anyone has any ideas for some possible handicaps that I could use for my next run, then speak your mind in the comments. As long as it's nothing too crazy. Well, I don't know. Even if it's too crazy, you are free to suggest it. Of course, one way to make the game more difficult is just to set some time limits or goals. Destroy the black monolith in, let's say, 150 days or something like that. So maybe we should only use certain weapons or limit the party size to 12. Not use certain backgrounds. I think I will skip using the Vala in the next run as well. I think that's slightly more enjoyable to play that way. Because at least if you want to craft runes with the Vala, it does come a bit... It does get a bit grindy to craft all those runes, and as you craft them, then of course the game gets easier and easier and easier. I don't think the scaling takes the runes into account. At least not very well. But if SSU... If indeed I end up using SSU for the next run, if that proves to be difficult enough, then I might change my mind. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for mods or possible handicaps, then go ahead, is what I'm trying to say. Let's stop these two from fleeing, I guess. One thing that does give or provide some challenge, at least early on, is trying to solo the game. Not sure which backgrounds are like possible for, let's say, completing at least most of the content as solo builds. I know the scaling beggar is definitely strong enough, at least, well, after you get over the early game hump. The berserker probably is, the crusader probably, the seer most likely. Not sure how you would solo certain stuff like the kraken. Maybe you need like the amulet you get from defeating the goblin city for that or something, I don't know. Haven't really given it any thought. I have tried soloing a little bit in the past, but I think, if I recall correctly, I got bored pretty early on. And I also think that, well, this is just my personal opinion, but I think Battle Brothers is at its sweet spot if you do play with a party. And I think Legends doesn't really scale the party size, well, the content you face based on the party size all that well. So I think if we were to use the party size that is theoretically possible for this specific origin, for example, then, well, this would be even easier than it is currently, so yeah. Right, let's pick some of this junk. There we go, good enough. So let's take a look. So we could be using 20 fighters in the fighting line, and it's already a cakewalk with 14. Then again, yes, we have leveled quite a bit, and we do have quite a few runes. Basically everyone is using famed gear on nearly all of the slots that can take it. So of course we are steamrolling through content, but as I've been saying, I would still like to have at least the occasional challenge available. We could still do the library. I haven't done that ever, so I don't actually know how that works mechanically. Also, the game keeps claiming that we are losing the greenskin crisis. Well, that's not even true. 4 of these in a row. Okay, maybe I should like read where the trouble lies. Maybe there are like huge groups of greenskins running around that I haven't spotted. But whatever, the ambition text does claim that we are winning. Alright, let's buy some food if there's some available here. Well, there's one satchel of ground grains. This village is doing quite poorly now, seemingly. Okay, don't care about those contracts. Guess we head to Steinforst. Okay, we see orcs. It's 24. So, yeah, there's no challenge in this fight. I think, even though it doesn't make really all that much sense in the world of Battle Brothers, let's just leave them be. I think we've done most of the grinding that we want to do. Well, didn't really need to grind all the way up to day 655, but that's just partly because of the steep requirements for unlocking the legendary contracts that we have. Which are apparently getting changed at some point, maybe even the next patch, though I haven't actually read the discussion all that much in the Legends Discord. Okay, so inventory is full. Let's offload junk. Okay, just sold the bow accidentally that we were keeping around. Then again, we're not getting a bow user in this run, so whatever. Let's also sell the gun. We lost Bava long ago. Don't care about new recruits all that much. The run is nearing its end. And finding a suitable bow user with our requirement of hate for beasts would be quite a task as well. We don't even want or need a bow user, so whatever. Okay, that's good enough. Let's buy some food. Actually buy all the food that there is available here. Okay, let's even buy the masterfully cured rations for 600. I guess I could get some tools as well. Alright. And let's move on. How much food do we have? 12 days. Let's head to Holzschlag. Head back to Holzschlag. Okay, let's see if Halvor can calm Einhard. Halvor suffers a broken nose and gets disgruntled. Well, let's give you some cocaine. Hopefully you can digest it or consume it, even with a broken nose. There you go. Happy again. Let's head into Holzschlag. Alright, no contract available that we'd like. The Hardwood Scrat contract is like one of the things that can still provide some challenge for us, but there's no reason to do it anymore. Apart from like bragging rights. We've already done it once. We don't care about the components we get from it. Guess we'll heal up Halvor here. Halvor can heal himself. Treat the injury, I mean. There we go. Let's keep on moving. Head to Wolfheiden. See if we have Alps. Coven contract is available again. I'll just check how much money it's going to be this time. Less than last time. Okay, I think I will ignore them as well. That's done. We don't need to do it again. Let's keep on moving. Let's head north. Okay, still no Alp contract. Or nachos. Keep checking the recruits out of habit, but then after I've clicked on it, I remember that, yeah, I don't care anymore. Anyway, let's buy some food, I suppose. Since the company is full of pigs. There you go. Let's take this caravan. Maybe there's like a method in spawning enemy groups. Let's see. Let's take a quick look here. So this is the world editor. And as we can see here, the difficulty multiplier is at the maximum number. Not sure if it works correctly or not, but even with this at 300%, it does seem that the game has stopped offering us any challenges. So if I click on this unit tab, can I spawn enemy groups? Maybe. Maybe I can. Add a random troop. Become champion. So I've never used this tab here. Add new entry. Well, if I can't figure this out in, like, let's say a few minutes, then I will take a look at this on my own, and I might decide to spawn Alps and Nachos via this, just so we can unlock the contracts for those specific legendary beasts. Unit name, what does this do? Is this like location or something? Not sure. Okay, so if I click on... Well, maybe I should like save the game before I mess with that. I won't mess with it here. I will mess with it on my own, perhaps. But yeah, we haven't done the library. Let's head south. Maybe that's going to get someone killed. And maybe we will find Alps or Nachos along the way. Alright, I guess I'll check the black market. Let's see. So far, nothing of note. This Quatal dagger is quite good, but no one uses daggers. So I will leave it here. It's also a bravery rune. I will leave it here. It's whatever. Safety rune is okay. I guess I'll buy it. Make the game even easier. Let's give it to Kraka. This is an endurance rune that we got from the Stallworm. Did that work? It's not in the rune slot. Okay, it does say the Wolf Gambeson is runed, but it's not in the rune slot, so I think it bugged out. Well, that's a waste of 40,000. But it doesn't even matter. Whatever, let's keep on moving. Let's head to Tentlingen. And I will even go 8 times speed, I guess. Mostly. I will leave that group of brigands be. Forskull taking action. Well, let's see if this is Nachos, I guess. Let's see. If it's not Nachos, then I might just abandon this contract. It is Nachos. Okay, so that is a chance to feed enough Nacho kills to... Let's see. Where are you, Oscar? Why am I blind? Oh, there you are. Don't know. Oh yeah, he was... his armor was damaged or something, which is the reason he was sitting out. Alright, let's bring Oscar in. So theoretically, I think that's enough Nachos to get us to plus 15%, but it's going to be extremely tedious feeding all the necessary kills to him. It's plus 0.16 per one Nacho. I don't think the size of the Nacho matters, though I could be incorrect with that. So yeah, that's going to take quite a few Nacho kills, but we just might be able to do it here. With that in mind, maybe we want to bring tanks for this instead of damage dealers, since we want the kills on Oscar specifically, which is going to be even more tedious because we don't have Berserk available, so we will need to keep on inspiring him. Oh well. It is what it is for now. So let's bring in Farouk, I guess. We can keep spamming Indom, which does, I think, grant immunity to being swallowed. And also we can stun the big ones. So the problem with this fight is that the big ones will swallow people. And if we want to feed kills on Oscar, then that's going to be quite annoying to maneuver around. So maybe we need to kill or stun lock the big ones as we do this fight, if we want to feed the kills to Asker. Let's actually check if Sami has nachos available. He does, okay. Maybe we will feed some kills to Sami in that case. But the thing with that is we also maybe want to take the favored enemy Alp perk for him, but yeah, let's deselect hexes and add nachos as a possibility here. Let's take a quick look if anyone else has it available and what percentage point are they at. Enhard does have it, but is quite far. Does Asa have it? Yes, but is quite far. What about Hubert? Also Hubert has leveled. Yeah, you do have nachos, but you're quite far. Well, let's level you up anyway. Let's give you hit points, and as for the perk point, I'll keep it in reserve for now, I think. Okay, does Borghild have it? Then again, Borghild will be taking Alps probably, if she ever gets a level up during this run. Herman does have it, plus, but won't get very far by taking it. Okay, Jon has it available, but also it's going to be at 6% only if he takes it. Parent hasn't been with us for long, so yeah, it seems that we... Well, the only option apart from Asker would be Sami for the nacho perk. So this would be plus 12%. And Asker was at... was it 11? Was it 11%? Yes. Okay, so as we do this fight, I might decide to get some kills on Sami as well, and perhaps Sami will be taking the perk. We shall see. But yeah, I think we will do that fight next time, so thank you for watching, and do let me know if you have some suggestions for mods or handicaps, as I said, for future runs. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.